Hey y'all. Okay, I'm finna check if we're live, and I'm also finna check if this is like streaming well, because as y'all know, I've been having issues with like the lag and everything. So we're gonna get that right. So bear with me for like 1 second, 1 second. So we're gonna get that right. Yes. So bear with me for like 1 second, 1 second. You might hear echo. So we're gonna get that right. Yes. So bear with me for like 1 second, 1 second. You might hear echo. Okay. I think we're good. I hope we're good. If there's another lag, I'm sorry. Like I still don't know. After this whole 60-day thing, I'm definitely getting a new webcam, but like baby. But hi guys. Are you excited? We're on we're on a good amount of days. I have been slacking. I've been slacking. And okay, so today we're gonna be going through day 42 through 59. Um because we're so close. We're so close. And I need to get caught up to help y'all and help me help you help y'all. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So honestly, without further ado, we can just dive into it. I can go over the questions and we can just kiki into some things. Also, like, do not mind this space. I'm actually in the DMV for the weekend. I am celebrating my grandmother's birthday, filled with love, health, and life. Um, I'm here with my cousins. We're having a party for her tomorrow and just a lot of good vibes. So, as you can see, I'm not in my normal space. I'm, I'm across a whole other state, a whole, across a whole bunch of all other states. Like, I had to drive through Virginia and all this stuff. So, yeah, I'm a little jet lagged, a little tired. I do have to run out to get some stuff done for the party, but nevertheless, I want to be here. I want to go over these questions because guys, we are so close. So close to day 60. Like, I can feel it at the top of my tongue. So, it's super exciting. And without further ado, let's get into these questions. Okay, so if you see me looking down, my computer is down here, so do not mind me. But okay, so diving into day 42, our question is, how do I know I'm becoming the person I'm manifesting? I would say for me specifically, I can just feel it. I don't know if y'all feel it too, but well, okay, let me take a step back. I will say I have been more deliberate or deliberate in trying to get what I want and making those moves happen. I've been more deliberate about action and making sure that my actions align up to the manifestations that I am going to get. Because I think one big thing about manifestation is like, if God or whatever higher power, you believe in, if they are going to give you all of the things your heart desires and make you be in a better position than what you were a day, 2 day, whatever ago, you have to be ready for that. You have to be ready to welcome that into your life. Because like when you pray for something, like even like a relationship, you've been like, oh, like, I want a boyfriend, da da da. And then the good guy that you manifested with all those different traits and personalities come and you're not ready for that. It's like you can't blame nobody but yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because you want one thing, you're another thing. And then when it comes, you're not prepared. So I think I've been just getting more focused on making sure that when it comes, I'm ready and I'm able to like really like use my intention and discernment to know that that thing, whatever is coming, is for me. So that's what I would say for that. For day 43, We have how do I know I'm becoming the person I always needed? I think for that one, I think it's the same thing. I think a really big sorry y'all, I'm noticing these lights are flickering because I thought it was my eyes and I was like, oh my god. But I think for me, I noticed again making sure that I'm showing up for myself and being intentional in the decisions I make. I think that's the biggest thing in becoming what I need because that way I'm able to rely on myself, depend on myself, and I don't have to second guess myself. So, and I do sometimes second guess myself a lot, but like I said, I with the first question and then also with this question, I feel like with me just being very deliberate in things and kind of again moving in how I want my manifestations to show up, I think it's allowing more trust to build within me and then it allows me to like know that I'm always going to be there for myself. Ooh, also, excuse me. Every time I'm on here, I be yawning. I don't. I don't know if it's because like I'm comfortable or whatever, but I'm always yawning and I'm not bored or nothing. I feel like maybe I'm just very like relaxed, so I'm just like, girl. But okay, let's move into day 44. So day 44 says what version of what does it say? What version of me needed? Oh, yes. What version of me needed that vice, and how do I lovingly release her, him, or them? Um, for me, I think the version of fear and comfort, I would say that version of me really needed that vice. I think the action of the release and like the loving release is again, it's just that discernment. It's allowing myself to know that like I'm there for myself. And I think it's also allowing myself to feel. I think I use like food and like the chocolate and the sweets to kind of like numb myself a little bit. And I think it also helped me kind of have like a pause when it came to my life because I had all these thoughts and all this anxiety. And then I could stop and eat and kind of like feel all like the dopamine and stuff and like the food I was eating. And that allowed me to like really like have a pause from something. And I'm trying to get that from other things or just physically like clearing my mind and allowing myself to pause and be like, okay, like what is this overthinking trying to solve? What is this trying to prove? And I think like with that and with that release, I feel like it allows me to like know myself more, which then allows me to like fulfill those needs and those I would say yeah, those needs. Like with anxiety, it's like the need to be certain, and with fear, it's the need to be comforted. So I feel like those needs, they still, they still come up, but I'm able to handle them in a better way to allow more of like a healing within myself. Um, okay. So with day 45, we have how will I continue this healing beyond the cleanse? Ooh, that's a good question. I definitely want to try intermittent fasting again. I definitely want to do a longer intermittent fasting. I did a very like chiller version of 12 hours. I think the if I'm not mistaken, I think the one that has like the most benefit or the one that has benefits but has the shortest window is I believe the 16/8 maybe. Or sorry, maybe it's the 14-hour one. It's either the 14-hour. It's either the 14-hour or the 16-hour. I can't remember, but it's something like that. Um, hold on, we gonna look it up. Hold on. I put IF. Hopefully, it knows what that means. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, girl, I was doing 12 hours. Okay, I think it's 16. It's 16. And this is why I did the 12-hour one too, because even when I was looking it up, it says the 12-hour is a good starting point. I think people, like, when you talk to like people that have done intermittent fasting, they're like, oh, like, but you're not getting these benefits and this and the third. So I would like to eventually do. Oh, hold on. I'm trying to highlight this, but 16. I'm trying to do a 16-hour fast next time, but I'm proud of myself for doing the 12. I definitely feel like it allows me to set the stage for doing the 16. So, yeah, I really would like to do that. And I would say for like the sweets and everything, I feel like just making sure that I limit it properly, that I'm not overeating, not overindulging in that. And then just making sure that, I have it more as like a treat rather than like a part of, like, rather than it seeming like it's a part of like my daily nutrients where I'm eating it every single day. Because at that point, it's just sugar and it's just going to make me addicted again. Okay. So for day 26, we have imagine your space as a reflection of your goals. How does it look and feel to live in alignment with your vision, surrounded by order and intention? Take a few moments to arrange your space as if your goal is already a part of your life. Okay, now I can't necessarily do this because my space is back home. Okay, but I think that would be really interesting for you guys to really like rearrange your space in the sense of like like what are the new things that you have to put in or adjust within your space to like make that new life to really like have that manifestation like walk like straight into the door, you know what I'm saying? um I think I think for me, when I get back home, I think a good point is to like put up more art in my house. A lot of my original art is in like a crate or like a little like box that I have held because I don't know where I want the pieces to go. But part of me is just like just put it up, and if you want to switch it out later, switch it out. But it's like it's just sitting in this box, and it's not really like filling up the space and creating life in my house. You know what I mean? So I think that's one thing I would definitely do for me. Um, and yeah. Also, somebody just like literally just started mowing next door. So if you hear that, I'm so sorry. So okay, so the next one for day 47, that's the gratitude list again. So I do want you to do another gratitude list. Day 48, what new rituals or habits have replaced the space that my vice used to occupy? Ooh, that's a really good question. Um, I would say me eating more fruit because I do still snack. I'm not gonna hold you, but I eat a lot of fruit. I eat a lot of what's the word? I eat a lot of fruit. I do eat like graham crackers and stuff. Um, and I've been focusing more on meals rather than snacks because what I have also been starting to do because I'm trying to lose weight is count my calories. And so I realized like for me, it's better to like I feel more satisfied at the end of the day when I've had full meals rather than these high calorie snacks. Because what I realize is when I have high calorie snacks, especially that have no nutrition, like Cheetos, for instance, or even like crackers, or even like binging on graham crackers. Like if I eat too many of them, it's like I've already racked up 400 or 500 calories that I could have had from like an actual like satiating meal with healthy fats and protein to keep me like full for like longer than just a graham cracker. Also with me, I realize I'm very quantity based when I eat. Like I like to see big portions of food. So I like to kind of like cheat the system, if you will. So one thing I realize is like I don't really necessarily like filling up my plate all the time with rice because it's higher calorie. But I used to eat a lot of cauliflower rice on keto, and I could fill up my whole plate with cauliflower rice, and I don't even think it's gonna hit 100 calories, to be honest. Um, and then once it visibly looks like it's full because it's rice in my head, then I could add on like, healthy protein like salmon or chicken, and then I can add beans and pickles and tahini sauce or whatever, and then that, like, this big bowl, it equates to like a 300 to 400 calorie meal as opposed to a 600 calorie meal because of all the rice that I was putting on it. Plus, I'm saving myself because I'm not eating too many carbs. So, also, if I'm breathing heavy, I'm sorry, y'all. If I'm breathing heavy, I bit my tongue. So I'm like kind of nervous to talk because if I like talk in a certain way, I like kind of re-bite it and it hurts. So I hope I'm not talking weird, but if I am, it's because of that, and it's on my left side. So like I'm trying not to like really mess with it because it hurts so bad. So like I hope I'm like my mic's right here, so I hope I'm not like. But like, anyways, yeah. So I would say like that's a habit I built up. Just ooh, y'all didn't even see me, but that's a habit that I built up. Just making sure that I'm having real meals. The meals that I am having are nutritious, and they have substance. And if I do eat snacks, they have some type of benefit. Like if I'm eating blueberries, they have um, they have fiber. They are a good like healing proponent. They have a lot of zinc in it. So I just try to make sure like, you know. And then if it's something that like really doesn't have a lot of nutrients, I just try to make sure I eat like a little bit of it. So like I just look at the serving size. I get a bowl instead of taking it from like the actual thing, and then I just, I eat it that way. Okay. So now we're on day 49, and I want you to reflect on. Oh no, I'm sorry. We just did day 49. Did we? Am I lying? Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We are on day 49. Oh, okay, but this question relates to day 46. So day 49 says, reflect on how an organized space and clear mind support your manifestation. Describe any emotional shifts that come from creating order and releasing chaos. How does your environment now reflect the person you've become and the goals you've achieved? Um, and I will let y'all stew on that because, again, I'm not in my space. However, I think going back to my day 46 question, I think, like for me, um, if I put up art and stuff in my house, it's gonna inspire me to follow my dreams. Like it's gonna inspire me to do more art. It's gonna inspire me like where it's like I did that, and it's just gonna have like keep me going and my passions and my creativity because that's the life that I'm instilling into my space. Um, so that's a good example for me. But like, guys, like leave something in the comment because I would love to know what your day 46 and day 49 is because yeah, I do feel like spaces and cleanliness and all that, I feel like that they do, it moves energy, and I definitely feel like it impacts like our manifestations and our like goals and personalities and moods and emotions and like attributes in life. Okay, now we're on to the big boss, day 50. So for day 50, we have, what message would I give to someone just beginning their journey to let go of a vice? That's cute. That's interesting. I would say my small piece of advice is go slow and small. Like when I did Armand Wiggins, when I did his first 60-day cleanse, I chose Uber Eats. Very small, very simple, but I was ordering Uber Eats all the freaking time. And I was like, I'm so tired of doing this because I'm gaining weight, I'm losing money, and there's like no benefit to me doing that. And even now, like I haven't like that cleanse was 2 months ago, but in the additional 60 days that I've been off the cleanse, I think I've only like truly gotten delivery like 3 or 4 times. And mind you, I used to get it like a lot each week. And most of the time that I would get that, it either would be because like I'm not like sick, but like I'm on my period or something, or I was like out of town. And interestingly enough, like I still don't use Uber Eats. Like I'll do like DoorDash, or I'll do like the food places like own delivery system, but I don't do it. I think if anything, I just pick up more now. And I like picking up because um I like picking up because one, there's more intention to it, because I must really want this food. I have to like put on my clothes and go over there, pick it up, and then come back. Like that's effort as opposed to me just clicking a button and sitting around my house waiting for somebody to knock on my door and drop off food. So that's one thing. So because I've had many times when I wanted to order pickup and I didn't, because it's either like it's not worth it. Like it's not worth it for me to do this right now, or I don't really want this food. I don't really want this. I'm just in an in like in an instinct because I'm not hungry, but it's like dinner time, like something like that, or I'm just bored and I wanted food. But I feel like I've learned a lot from just being able to like pick up a takeout order, because I really like need to know if I want it. Cause girl, I ain't even finna drive like 10 minutes if like I don't want that food. Like I'm not leaving my house if I don't want the food. And I think more times out of not, like I didn't really want the food when I was delivering, and then it was too late, and then I started like wait for it and like eat it, and it was just like a mess. So yeah. Um. Okay, so for day 51, we have, when I think of freedom, what does it look like in my body, my habits, and my decisions? Ooh. When I think of freedom, I think of autonomy. I think of choice in my body that looks like being like just like movement, and like being blessed enough to like be a sound mind of movement, um and having my body be mine, you know what I'm saying? um Having it be able to take up space. In my habits and my decisions, I would say it's setting myself up so that, again, I have autonomy, I have choice, I'm able to like basically do what the F I want. And sometimes that means doing things that kind of keep you boxed in so that you have room to like have more freedom at the end. What I mean by that is it's almost kind of like investing, where it's like you don't see those gains and returns right now, but you're going to see them in the future. So if I shut off and I work like heads down work for 30 days on like my own business, by the end of it, I'll have more freedom, because now I'll be able to like sow those seeds, and I'll have more like freedom in my life because of all of the work that I like, all of the groundwork, all the foundational groundwork that I did in the beginning. So that's how I look at that. And then for day 52, I'm gonna have you guys do another gratitude list. I really like these gratitude lists because I feel like they keep you like grounded and where you need to go. So they do pop up like frequently during like the last the last days of the cleanse. So for day 53, so this one's fun. This one says time to celebrate yourself today. So for this one, I want you to reflect on the pride and joy that comes from your commitment to this journey. How can you mark this completion in a meaningful way, whether through a small ceremony, a reward, or simply acknowledging your accomplishment? Okay. I would love y'all to put a comment too of how you're gonna do this, but I believe we had a question like very early on. I actually really want to go back and look at my own answer because I actually thought it was a really good idea, but I can't remember what the answer is. Because I told myself, I was like, oh, I'm going to do this and that, blah, 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 and like, I don't even remember. So it would be nice if I'm going to do that or I'm going to try to do that for day 60. I'm going to try to go back and look at like what I told myself I was going to do. But yeah, that's something I would challenge y'all with. And if you found something new, please leave that below and let me know what you're doing to kind of close out your 60-day cleanse. So for day 54, we have what was the most uncomfortable truth um you had to face during this journey, and how did it set you free? Um Oddly, I think an uncomfortable truth was like I had more power than I thought I did. I felt like sometimes it was an excuse for me to be like, oh, I'm just like I'm just addicted to sugar, like I can't do anything about it, da da da. But it's like I don't even really like think about eating chocolate like that anymore. I'm just kind of like, let me just get a meal, and it's like I really wasn't more controlled than I thought I was. It's just it didn't feel that way at the time, if that makes sense. So for day 55, we have how did my relationship with discipline and pleasure shift over these 60 days? Oh, Chad. Oh, hold on, guys. I'm so sorry. Oh my god. I'm sorry, y'all. It's like spam. It's spam too, which is crazy. I'm actually just gonna. I'm sorry. I'm gonna put this on Do Not Disturb because that scared me. And it's spam, so like rude. But okay. I'm sorry about that. So day 55 is how did my relationship with discipline and pleasure shift over these 60 days? Um, that's a good question. Um, that question got me a little stressed because I'm like, how did it? Um, I think the discipline was just more of like making sure that I didn't give up on myself. And honestly, after a while, it was less discipline and it was just more habit, honestly. When it came to the pleasure, now I'm not gonna hold you. I do still have cravings around my period where I'm like, oh, I want this, oh, I want chocolate, da da da. But I think the first month was hard because I was having to kind of compensate on the fly. So like when I wanted chocolate, I was like, like how am I gonna compensate for this? And then I would buy like fruit and popcorn and stuff like that. And now when my cravings came out in this month, like I already knew what to do, so it wasn't really as bad. Um, and so I think a lot of that was just instilling like habit, but the habit was really just making sure that I do it every single day, which I guess is like the discipline as well. But I just didn't want to give up on myself, and I think the shift too was like after a while I was like, well, I'm on day 30, I'm on day 40, like there's no reason for me to back out now, you know. And I like in my head I was like, oh my god, if I back out at like day 35, like that's shit because it's like I put in all that work and now I'm quit, like you know what I'm saying? So that's my personal kind of like journey through that. But I would love to get your thoughts to know if like you had a different take on that. And then we have day 56, which says, how have I become more honest with myself and how will I maintain that honesty moving forward? I think it's similar to what I said before with the intentionality, but I also feel like taking away the comfort of the food too. I was kind of like, all right, like it's kind like it kind of forced me to be like, all right, like what is this? Like what am I trying to fulfill? And like what do I really want? And then I felt like once I asked those questions, like even with that, I would ask those questions in other parts of my life, and I feel like it just kind of made me more honest and more real with myself. And then when I would come back to the vice, I'd be like, yo, you don't really need this because you really need this. And then I'd be able to kind of like sit and like just kind of figure out stuff in a more like more in like a soul type of way instead of like a reactive type of way, if that makes sense. Oh my god, excuse me, y'all. Okay, so day 57, we're saying in my higher. Oh, my bad. Okay, it's saying if my higher self wrote me a letter about the person I'm becoming, what would they say? For me, it's she, but what would they say? So, again, if my higher self wrote me a letter about the person I'm becoming, what would they say? Which is actually a really good question. So, hold on, let me think a little bit. I think my letter would consist somewhat of like being proud and joyous for myself, mainly because I'm taking risks. I'm getting outside of my comfort zone. I'm challenging myself in a good way to grow and be better. And I'm not backing down from hard things. Sometimes I do still pause. Sometimes I do still get nervous. But I've been trying to counteract that with like loving kindness and just being compassionate with myself and being very easy on myself and trying to give myself the love that I've never given, or give myself the love that others had never really given to me in the past before. And that's been extremely hard, but it's been very very rewarding. So I think ultimately my letter would consist somewhat of all of those different things that are going on. All right, y'all know I love a gratitude list. So for day 58, we're gonna be doing another gratitude list. And let me just say my gratitudes since I'm asking y'all for all these gratitude lists. So if y'all listen to the last video, not day 41, I believe, but I did like another uh bulk bulk days, and I had like some gratitude lists in there. But what I normally do, like, and this is just throughout my day, on and off the cleanse, I will do 3 things I'm grateful for right now, 3 things I'm grateful for in the next hour, and then 3 things I'm grateful for overall. And that helps me kind of like reset and reframe myself, especially when I'm having like a very cruddy day, which my day today is okay, but I can definitely use this little gratitude practice. So I'm gonna do that right now since I'm asking y'all for all these gratitude lists. So, um, right now, I am grateful to be live and filming with you guys and keeping my word. I'm also grateful for a place to stay, and I'm also grateful for pandas. I literally see a little panda tag that I have on my bag across from me, and it's like making me smile right now. Um, in the next hour, I will be grateful to be outside because I feel like I've been in the house for a really long time. um, in the next hour, I'll be grateful for um, I'll say my car. And in the next hour, I will be grateful for music because I'm most likely going to be playing music in my car outside. And then overall, I'm grateful for my health. Overall, I'm grateful for this day. It's been it's been trying me a little bit, but it's been a good day, and I'm alive, and I love that. And overall, I'm grateful that I'm alive. But I'll do one more just because I feel like I kind of caught that a little bit. And I would say overall, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for my family. I am because yeah, like there was a time where I just felt like I got scared. I felt like I wasn't gonna have a lot of family in my corner, and now I have more family in my corner than ever, and it's genuinely such a great feeling and a big blessing to me. So I'm very blessed and grateful for that. All right, y'all. And last but not least, we have day 59. So with day 59, it is what is one affirmation I can give to myself? Girl, these typos are hitting me. What is one affirmation I can give to myself to truly honor all of my hard work during this cleanse and manifestation process? Mm. Um, hmm. That's a good one. I gotta think about that. Um, it's short, sweet, and simple, but I can do anything that I put my mind to. Like honestly, because sometimes I forget, but like I really can do anything I put my mind to. Like, girl, and saying that with conviction to myself, like, yeah, yeah. I feel like I be going places, and I feel like it's a good way for me to end the cleanse for myself. Yeah. So, thank you guys for being with me today. Tomorrow, tomorrow is day 60, and we did that. We did that, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I can't believe I did this, yo. So, congrats, you guys. We got one more day. Finish strong, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.